Hi, welcome to Gemstone Tarot. This is your weekly tarot reading for October the 28th to November the 4th, 2017. Thank you everybody for watching the videos. Do share this video on social media as well if you can. And thank you for commenting on the dailies as well, and for last week's weekly. There was loads of comments on that one. Valentine joins us somewhere. There she is, snoozing in the background. Oh, she's only just fallen asleep actually. She knows it's time for some tarot. So this is going to be for all zodiac signs, and it will be time stamped. I'll put the timestamps in the description box, and I'll also put them as a pinned comment so that hopefully they'll show up and you can then look at your sun, look at your moon, look at your rising, and then look at your friend, look at whoever, cross watch, whatever you want to do. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below, and you can visit my website, Gemstone Tarot. And thank you to all of you that have donated to the channel, which helps keep things going. If you want to donate, you can donate in the description box below and also on the website, Gemstone Tarot. Now then, Aries. Aries, sun, moon, and rising for 28th of October to 4th of November. Using the Wild Unknown Tarot for now. Cool, Aries, this is nice. Shouldn't have said that, should I? Ooh. Okay. Nice, Aries. Nice, nice, nice. So this week, I'm just looking at that card because I'm not sure about that. We'll look at these first. We'll look at that gorgeous 10 of Cups. Nice. This is spilling over with just good feeling, good luck, good love vibes. If you're in a relationship or you're looking to be in a relationship, very, very nice. Good juju. Beautiful that, isn't it? Not much colour in this set, but when there is, you know it's good. You know it's a good card. Also representing, it's Mars in Pisces, but it represents water signs, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. It also represents kind of an umbrella of happiness in love. It can be like the happy ever after, the happy home. Nice. For some Aries as well, it's going to be happiness at work and promotion. Nice, because I'll stop saying nice in a minute, Aries, but it is nice. You got the 6 of Pentacles. Again, a blob of colour there. 6 of Pentacles I really like because the 6 is... it's quite a sweet number in tarot. It's a number of things happening, but in the right way. It's an even number, and in the Pentacles it means money coming in. So it can be an inheritance, an unexpected windfall. It can be a promotion at work. For some of you it's definitely about that, because we've got the 7 of Pentacles. And the 7 of Pentacles is about material world, wages, building, getting somewhere, making things happen. And it's 7, which is a very spiritual number. It's a very lucky number, but in this case as well, it's building each pentacle up. It's in the upright. It's got the 10 of Cups next to it. It's got the 6 of Pentacles next to it. If you're looking for a new job, this is a good week for that. A really good week to reach out, to just get your CV out, to hook up with any kind of business people you know. Put the feelers out, put the message out, do some schmoozing. Equally, if you're looking for love, you could find love in a place of finance or something to do with money, or someone who works with money. Then we have the Father of Cups. It's nice. I do love a black swan. Very beautiful. Now this is in the reverse, so it's just to watch, and this won't be for many people. For some people, you may have a friend or a relative who is having issues with drinking. And it may be that they just want your support or need your support, or you need to kind of just check in on them and see how they are. It could be a partner, could be anybody who's quite dear to you. So just, that won't be for everybody, that won't resonate with everybody, but definitely to keep an eye out for somebody who maybe just, it may also be depression. When you get the cups upside down, it's sometimes tears. It could be someone who's just going through a really difficult time. But you can pour some of that love on them. Obviously, if they've got, addiction issues or something like that, you may not be able to do anything about that. But this is just to support them. And for some, I definitely get that it is some kind, because it's black swan. I get that it just could be sorrow, bereavement, depression. For someone, it could even just be a colleague and someone you don't know that well. But just to reach out to them. I feel that they could really do with it, Aries. You might know who this person is, or it might just crop up in the week. Let's have a look at Chuck Spezzano's love cards. Ooh. You get happiness. Definitely a good week if you're single, Aries, for finding love. You get naughtiness. Trimming the bush. That's a kind of, if you're coupled, it's, a little bit of fun. One way or another, having fun with each other, injecting some fun back in, some sexy time. Nice. If it's looking for love, you might find someone approaches you who is flirty and very sexy and charming, but just watch out, Aries. Just a warning to some of you, get the trap card. It may be that you have a type and you know yourself. If you know you have a type and that type is someone who's a bad boy or a bad girl or whatever it is, just bear it in mind. Bear it in mind. Oh, that's good. That one wants to come out as well. You get deep knowing and come to the edge. Now, deep knowing as well, we've got a full moon at the end of the week on the 4th of November in Taurus. And we've got a full moon, we've got an owl as well, which is wisdom. Towards the very end of the week, Aries, things might really come together to do with this money, to do with this 10 of Cups. You're going to know what makes you tick. You're going to know what feels good. If it's to do with a love relationship, you're going to know what feels good and you're going to know it in the body. Taurus is a very sensual sign. It's very integrated sign. It feels things. You may just feel it. Literally just feel it in your bones, feel it in your body. But it's a good thing. It's also could, Aries, be a time of great sensuality towards the end of the week, whether you're coupled or whether you're not. Okay, so just look out for that. Come to the edge. There may be some elements, whether it's to do with taking a job or whether it's to do with deciding whether to go with a person or whatever, take up an offer. There's something about it that just slightly pushes you out of your comfort zone. But I quite like that for you, as long as it's safe. And again, you get body care, which is again about the body, sensuality. Time to have any treatments done. It'd be good to have a massage, to have any kind of body therapy done. It's going to work really well for you this week. That looks like a nice week for you, Aries. Nice, nice, nice. Don't forget to check out your moon and your rising sign, Aries. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below. Very, very good. Enjoy that. Thank you, Aries. Have a good week. Okay. Taurus. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Sun, moon or rising. I thought I heard Valentine do a little meow then. Let's have a look for Taurus. Sun, Moon and Rising. What do Taurians need to know? 28th of October, 4th of November, when you have the full moon in your sign, Taurus. I'm going to cover that in my next weekly because it actually starts on that day. Ooh. And that one. Using the Wild Unknown Tarot, Taurus. Ooh, okay. I'll take a couple of clarifiers as well. Some of you might be walking away from something this week, Taurus. Something which, or certainly by the end of the week when you have your full moon in your own sign. I was about to say that. Sometimes, you know, especially when it's in your sign, it can herald a completion. A completion, like a whole completion. Especially if you're in the kind of job or relationship where you've got one foot in and one foot out, you know, where you're already having doubts and you have been for a long time. It looks like you're kind of pushed over the edge to do something about it, which is probably a good thing, isn't it? Got the Daughter of Wands, and this is the card of a very independent feeling person. So you may be feeling that. Very wanting to go your own way, do your own thing, float your own boat. And you're getting a bit, if someone's been messing you about, you're getting sick of it. Or it could even be that you're the one who's just been, you know, a bit on the fence. And now you're thinking, need to kind of knock it off. Got the Four of Cups as well, which is being a bit jaded. Something that you loved, or something that you thought you'd really like, or something that started out good. Job or relationship or whatever, even a hobby, whatever it is, has gone the other way. It could have gone one way and it could have gone the other, and it looks like it's going to go the way of nah. No thanks. It could be the other way around as well. If you're involved in a relationship and it's not going well, it could be that that relationship is going to end and it's not you that ends it. Mostly I think it is, but in some cases it's just something that was teetering and it appears to have fallen, you know, one way. We've got the Eight of Cups, Saturn in Pisces. Pisces, the planet of keep on loving all the time, and Saturn, the planet of no you don't, you're walking away. And Saturn wins that one, puts his foot down, and Pisces does walk away in that scenario, and that's your scenario. I know you're not a Pisces, but it's your scenario in that you will have had irrational kind of love feelings for this person, job, place, whatever. But on balance, it looks like it's ending towards the end of the week. And it might be a big relief to some of you. Daughter of Swords in reverse. You're going to feel, even if you decide to walk away or they decide to walk away from you, you're not going to get immediate clarity, Taurus. You're going to feel a bit confused. Go with the confusion. Just hold on to it because you've got that full moon coming. Yeah. Definitely. You got that full moon coming on the 4th of November. And you will get your completion eventually. Oh, look at that. I mean, that's just... So I've used a different tarot pack. I've used my Rider-Waite tarot pack. And look, for the Eight of Cups, the clarifier that I get is the Eight of Cups. Walking away, ending, something ending around the time of the full moon. Look back to 6 months ago as well and just see what was beginning, you know, what was starting to happen, what were the circumstances, Taurus, 6 months ago. Then you get here for the Four of Cups, the Death card. All change. You know, by the time this comes into a reading, he's already marched into town. You might as well go with it. I feel there's a lot of potential here for you. And the Seven of Pentacles. Aries just got this, Taurus, so check your moon and rising. The Seven of Pentacles, for me, it means there may be some confusion. You got this Daughter of Swords in reverse. You may think to yourself, whether it could be a job, it could be a relationship. You're going to look at how much hard work you've put in. You may also have some back trouble. This is my card of lower back disc pain. Or someone being a pain in the arse. Don't count that out. Tension held in the neck, the shoulders, the back. Tension from you've been trying to make this work for ages, Taurus. And, you know, 2 Eight of Cups and a Death card. Sometimes it's only when we get the release that the physical comes in, when it's had the chance and you think, God, why have I got a bad back? It's come from nowhere. Always come from somewhere. All that resentment, all that holding. Finally, you know, when you get this card, you can let it go. So just watch out for that. And also, you're going to be looking at how much work you've put in. Could be 7 years, could be 7 months. Let's have a look at your oracle card. I'm going to have a couple of love cards for you in a minute as well, Taurus. It's a very strong reading. It's very strong to get the Eight of Cups twice. Yeah. So you get round and round. It's a spiral. It may feel like, you know, with that Daughter of Swords in reverse, it may feel like you've failed or you feel like you're going nowhere. But you are. You're just going in a spiral rather than a straight line, which actually is what everybody's doing. They're just not aware of it, because there are no straight lines. Yeah, there it is. Okay. You get a call to self-love, a call to healing. Louise Hay and You Can Heal Your Life does a lot of mirror work, and this is mirror work. Give it a try. It's highly irritating in the beginning, as most things that are going to help you are. But give it a try. You get the heartbreak card. May not be your first rodeo with this person or situation, but there is a finality about these cards to me. And then you get using. This Daughter of Swords in reverse, Taurus, you may feel like you've been used, like you've been trodden on, like they should have told you a long time ago what's finally coming to light now. Try not to stay in that energy too long, because it doesn't serve you, and you're the only person worth serving. You're the only person that you need to worry about now, Taurus. And it looks like you won't be alone for long. Romance coming in for single or newly uncoupled Taurians. If you are coupled as well, it can be a renewal of romance. It can also, if you're coupled with the Eight of Cups coming up twice and the Death card, it can be a big change in a relationship for the better. So something which was really bothering you can actually be resolved because somebody has finally put it to bed. But for the most part, it's endings in general. But it's something you've kind of known about for a while, Taurus. That's a really deep, really interesting reading. Leave me a comment, Taurus. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below. Fascinating. Check out your moon and your rising. Okay, have a good week, Taurus. Let me know. Gemini. Gemini sun, moon and rising. Don't want to mix up my tarot sets. 28th of October to the 4th of November, Gemini. Let's have a look. Ooh, for some reason I'm using the Rider-Waite for you. That's interesting. I'm using the Wild Unknown. You're getting Rider-Waite. It's obviously something you need to know in here, Gemini. What does Gemini need to know about this week? You're hiding. Yes, Gemini, I do sometimes talk to my tarot cards. Oh, Gemini. Right, check your moon and rising because you're getting a similar message to Taurus. And I'm using a different tarot pack, so it can't be because I haven't shuffled them. Right. This won't be for everybody, Gemini, but it is in keeping with your readings for a while. Where to begin? Eight of Cups. Saturn in Pisces. The need or the desire to walk away from something. It can be a job, but I'm feeling a love vibe here. I've got the Page of Wands, which is a fire sign person, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Or someone who is charismatic, sexy, charming, energetic, all those characteristics of fire. Then I get the Nine of Pentacles, the single happy person card. Not a single happy person, this person. I feel like this might be you, Gemini. When this card is in the upright, someone is happy to be, not so much alone, but to be doing it for themselves, you know, generating their own cash, generating their own happiness, generating their own love, luxurious things happening. They're not just surviving, they're actually thriving. But that's in the reverse. Then there's the Eight of Cups, walking away from something where there were 8 cups. You know, they're still upright here. They're still there. That's still something. Something you definitely loved, but still walking away, and walking away into an unknown future. Then we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. That's what you're walking away from. Promises made, which weren't kept. Future that didn't happen. Something that may have been very intense at one point. You know, if I get the Ace of Cups and then there's the 8 underneath it, that's an intensity. It's intense emotional feelings. It can be about a job that you've loved that's not working out. It can be about that. Or more likely, and maybe not for everyone, a relationship. I want to do a couple of clarifiers. I'm going to use these. Using the Aquarian Tarot for your clarifiers. Don't know why, just feels like it. That one is definitely for that one. Oh my God! This has happened with Taurus. Amazing. Sometimes you have to accept with these readings that they're not going to resonate with everyone. But what I don't try and do, Gemini, is make it resonate with everyone. You know, I'm not going to generalise things. Even if this only resonates with a few, this is a message that needs to be heard. This is a real love upset. This is a real love upset that you're dealing with. That card. Yeah. Towards the end of the week, we've got a full moon in Taurus. Where to begin? 9 of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the moon in reverse. This is always something coming to light. When the moon is in the upright, you're labouring under some kind of illusion, and you have been for a while, Gemini. And your readings have been saying this for a while too. I know this isn't for everyone. I do accept that. But those that it really resonates with, it really is for you. Because for the 8 of Cups, I get the Ace of Cups in reverse again. So that's 2 Ace of Cups in reverses in one reading. And I was clarifying the need to walk away from something, and the clarifier that comes is the Ace of Cups. You then, you get the Hermit for the Page of Wands. This is the Virgo card, so you could be dealing with a Virgo, but more importantly, you need this solitude even though you might hate it. 9 of Pentacles is a card of hating solitude, wanting to be coupled at any cost, just not wanting to be on your own, you know. It's feelings of kind of desperation. Ace of Cups in reverse twice is, you know, heavy on the heart. It's hard, Gemini. This is difficult. Then you've got the King of Cups in reverse. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Probably a male. Someone who may have, again, issues of alcohol. Someone who has issues with boundaries, with telling you the truth, with commitment, with gaslighting, maybe even narcissism. I want one of these. So this 8 of Cups, Saturn telling Pisces to do up its boots and, yeah, there it is, and walk away, is damn fine advice. It's very difficult to do. If you're in this situation at the moment, Gemini, I have your back, you know, I get it, but there's such a need to do it. So the clarifier I got from Heart of the Fairy Oracle, Brian and Wendy Frood, is the heartless love. We don't need to be told this message this many times. Like I said, I don't make readings general, even though it's a general reading, when I get one very strong message. And you don't always, but I do in this. I do in this. You are doing the best thing, walking away, Gemini, for self-protection. Self-protection. Yeah, there it is. Self-love. Ooh, sun's on the cards. Taurus also got that card. So check your moon and rising, Gemini. Yeah. There's a problem. And do you know what I'm really tempted to say? Because this card says the 2 halves of the heart don't fit. I'm tempted to say the problem is you have a heart and they don't have one. But that's a really bitchy thing to say, so, you know. And there is an issue about commitment. The healing card is commitment. The only thing that could heal this situation is commitment on their part, because it's already there on your part. And that could be for work, but I think it's for love. Gemini, this is a really deep and interesting reading. I'll be doing your monthly reading very soon. So, and I know your monthly readings recently have been along these lines. Good. And the way to get yourself out of this, co-create. Law of attraction. Law of attraction. Accept the way things are. Accept that you are making way for something way better. And I tell you what, when I said way better, the lovers just dropped out onto the floor. You are making way for something way better than this. Woo! And adventure just dropped on the floor. So there is divine timing in this. It is very painful, Gemini. Leave me a comment. I do, you know, I do get it. There is hope on the horizon. There's a reason why you got 2 Ace of Cups though in the reverse, because it's not got a long-term future. No matter how much you don't want to be on your own. Whew, Gemini, if you want a private reading, you can book in the description box or visit my website, gemstonetarot.com. Leave me a comment. Let me know. And definitely check your moon and rising, Gemini. Definitely. Whew, cripes. Okay, thank you, Gemini. Cancer. Cancer. Sun, moon and rising. October the 28th to November the 4th. I want that top one. Using the Wild Unknown Tarot, Cancer. And definitely check your Moon and Rising, because some cards are really resonating very strongly for different signs. Oh, looks really interesting. This week, Cancer, you're waiting, some of you are waiting to hear. You're waiting on something, you're waiting on news. Got the 8 of Wands in the reverse. 8 of Wands for me is often news that comes indirectly or through email, text, social media, even letter, I suppose, like legal letters, things like that. You're waiting to hear about something. And I feel like you won't hear about it until after the 4th of November, when we've got our full moon in Taurus. Because we've got Mother of Pentacles in reverse. You may be waiting on hearing about a money judgment, something to do with finances, income, something to do with a job, wages, anything like that. You may be waiting to hear from an earth sign person, Taurus, Capricorn or a Virgo. But mostly I really get that it's a kind of a legal matter or a decision about a tribunal or about an award or about some issue at work or about pay. Got the Father of Wands in reverse. You may be dealing with someone, possibly a manager, someone who is stubborn. It's a fire sign, but in the reverse it can be just all that kind of charisma and all the good humour goes, and it becomes somebody who's more of a has the mentality of a child that can't get their own way, and they will just stand in your way for the fun of it. It may be that the information that you need is already available, but they're holding it back from you for now. You will get it after the 4th of November. And then you get the Judgment card in the upright. Got the sun shining on these cards at the moment. Judgment in the upright. So I like that. Ultimately, that's the major arcana of it. Judgment in the upright. So there will be a judgment. Let's just do a couple of clarifiers here. For some of you, it's about an inheritance. Yeah. For some of you, it's a divorce. Got the Ace of Cups in the reverse for the Father of Wands. So for some of you, yeah, it could be dealing with another half, dealing with your ex, who used to be all the good things about Father of Wands, but is now dealing like a kind of a spoiled child, which must be, it'd be very frustrating, Cancer, but don't bite, okay? Don't bite. It could also be dealing with inheritance, because we've got Mother of Pentacles, Father of Wands, both in reverse. And we've got the 5 of Cups, which is putting some things to bed this week, putting some, there's some kind of closure with this. This isn't a new sorrow coming in. This is a sorrow about something from the past, about this whole situation, about why has it come to this, or just bringing up bad memories. For the Judgment card, we get the 4 of Cups in reverse, which is great. 4 of Cups in reverse is feeling jaded and bored with waiting. Nice card. And then for the 8 of Wands in reverse, we get the Star. This is the card of great hope and magical thinking, and also the card of being able to manifest, go with the flow, and also go with source, Really like that for you actually, Cancer. Let's have a look at love life. For those of you in a relationship still, but going through difficulties, some kind of mediation would work really well. We get communication, the healing card. Two people finding a way of communicating one way or the other. This can also indicate trying to repair something to do with a long distance relationship. Or if it is to do with work as well, a meeting, a communication. Then we get the commitment card. For some of you, it's make or break in the love life. It's almost a kind of, the judgment is, you know, step up, commit, or goodbye. And that's going to be communicated. Self-love as well. Single or coupled, self-love is where it's all going to start for you, Cancer. I actually see a good outcome, but it's just a period of waiting this week, and someone may have you on a thread. Okay, I mean, Cancer generally is a nice water sign. You're very nurturing, you're not deeply competitive, you haven't got a huge ego. If they want to, you know, make out that they have all the power and all that, you're probably quite happy to just wait it out and let them be the big whoop for the week, you know, because ultimately you are going to get there and you don't have to shout the loudest. In fact, you don't have to shout at all. You get the here and now card, Cancer. Beautiful card. Just a reminder that the only place is the present. No past, no future. Just stay in the present is the healthiest place for you. Healing with the Angels, Oracle card. Yes. Get the listening card. Now that could mean literally, as in if you are needing to do some negotiations with work, with love, with a relationship, whatever it is, listen more than talk. Even if they are being, you know, loud and aggressive and all the rest of it, let them expend all that. You just kind of let them shout it out and listen. And then when you talk, you choose your words very carefully. It can also be calling in signs from spirit, hearing messages, listening in a way that isn't your kind of normal way of listening. Listening out for dreams or any kind of auditory stuff that you get. Just little snippets, bits of music, doesn't matter what it is. Just be open to it this week, Cancer, because it may have something to tell you. As Wayne Dyer said, you know, what's the whispers on the wind? Listen for the whispers on the wind. They've got something to tell you. Especially if you're awake in the middle of the night. There's often a reason for that. Okay, Cancer, thank you very much. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below or visit the website Gemstone Tarot. Do share the video as well, Cancer, and hit subscribe if you haven't already. But thank you and have a good week. My lovely, lovely Leo, Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising. Let's have a look for you. I'm actually really tempted to use the Rider-Waite for you, Leo, as well. So I'm going to. I've been chopping and changing my cards for each sign, I don't know why. Some kind of whimsical tarot OCD thing going on. Right, Leo, 28th of October to the 4th of November. What is going on? What does Leo need to know? Ooh, hiding. Now, Leo, check out your moon and your rising. We've had loads of cards come up the same from different tarot packs. It's telling me I need 5. So I'll go along with that. Ooh. That's okay, actually. We'll go with that, won't we? burden's being lifted this week, Leo. It may be how you thought you had to behave, if that makes any sense. 10 of Wands in the reverse. Good. This is something you've shouldered for a while, and then you actually get to the stuff it stage. Drop it. Drop the ball. It's like carrying a really heavy ball, and then people will say to you, why are you carrying that heavy ball? Oh, because this is what I do. My mum carried a heavy ball. Her mum carried a heavy ball. I carry the heavy ball. Some kind of aha moment this week makes you think, not even think, but just your arms go like that and you drop that heavy ball. Someone else's turn to carry the heavy ball. This probably makes no sense, Leo, but it's what's coming to mind. 5 of Cups as well. 2 cups remain, 3 cups down. Some form of lament. You may remember somebody who's passed this week. It might be an anniversary. I don't get this is any fresh sorrow. I get that it's... You see here, there's the bridge. You got the bridge and you got the river or the brook. It's all part of the process. And it won't resonate with everyone. But it's definitely... It's like when someone has died, our relationship with that person continues to grow and change and forge new links and take a different place and look and smell different and all of the... It's just another dimension, isn't it? It's still evolving. This is an evolution of a bereavement. This won't resonate with all Leos. It definitely resonates with a few, though it needs to be said. It's an evolution of a bereavement, and it is positive. It is for the better. It is sort of bridging. It's actually in a really weird way getting closer to someone who's passed through what you're doing on the earth plane at the moment. It could even be as simple as you achieve something this week, which I feel that you will, at work or wherever it is, or even just hammering in some pictures on the wall. And your dad always used to do that for you, and he's passed, and now you're managing to do it without, you know, smashing your thumb or whatever. And that's different. That's a new link in the relationship. It's forging new links with someone who's passed over. For some Leos this week as well, this is an unburdening of an old guilt, which I like. And we've got the 7 of Pentacles. Now, Leo, you rule the back as part of the body parts. You rule the heart as well, but you rule the back. Some of you may find relief through seeing a chiropractor or some kind of specialist for discs this week, or whatever your choice of doctor or health professional is. You may get somewhere with that this week. That's also a weird message, but for some of you carry your tension and your sorrows in your spine, whether it's the thoracic, the base, whatever it is. There's some kind of like freeing up, and it's got something to do with that, you know, because carrying a huge load of old burdensome crap does make your back hurt, figuratively or literally. You also may feel a kind of a new spring, and you want to get going with something, but you've got the Fool in reverse. This card has come up a lot. It's probably not quite the time yet. For some of you, that could be some business venture or idea that you've put the work in and you want to get going. It just isn't quite the time yet, but it will be. And then you get the 3 of Cups, and this is just a call. especially if you're going through a bit, you know, especially if you're recalibrating your relationships with people and people who've passed and memories, just to maintain your relationships with people in the here and now as well. If someone asks you to go for a drink this week and you get that familiar feeling of whatever that feeling is, of just wanting to sit with the jammies and just stroke the cat and stay in, say yes, just go out whether you like it or not. Yeah, because look, for the Three of Cups I get the Daughter of Wands, and this is the sass card. This is who you really are. When you go out and you've had a couple of bevies or whatever it is, you're out with the people and you thrive on that, Leo. You need that sociable atmosphere. Don't feel guilty about that either. Do you know what? Every reading I've done, the clarifiers from 2 different packs are coming out the same. For the Five of Cups, which is some kind of old lament, you get the Fool in reverse again. Got the Fool in reverse twice. For some Leos, this is also recalibrating a family legacy of not taking risks. Leo, you were actually born to take risks. You're very spontaneous. You're quite called to risk taking. No, I'm not saying to go and do anything weird or wild or unsafe. But if there's something or someone, hold your nose and jump. Some of you are letting go as well of an old love, an old relationship. It's all past, which is good. But even though you are managing to let go and you're kind of putting the work in, the Fool twice is some kind of holding back, and I feel it's a legacy. I don't feel it's your holding back. Definitely check your moon and rising, because even these cards are coming up the same and I'm shuffling them really well. Yep. Somebody might have been using you. You might have been using them. Either way, you're dropping that burden, you're dropping the guilt. I feel like it's psht. You get a healing card of communication. Some of you might need to write that letter you never send to somebody. Some of you might need to actually communicate with somebody. Some of you might need to make the first move with that, or you'll be hearing from them. There will be some kind of healing communication and receiving. If somebody this week, Leo, single or coupled, pays you a compliment or wants to take you out for a drink and it's all safe and good, or just wants to give you something like a present or a hand or lift something for you or whatever it is, just practice the art of receiving. Just receive it in good faith. It's definitely meant that way. And the Fool in reverse twice, maybe it isn't the time to start something just yet. You know, that's the 0. It's the beginning of the major arcana of the tarot. If we're going to have that come up twice in a reading, okay, maybe we don't just jump without looking. I think it's called a calculated risk. A calculated risk. Let's have your oracle card. How you doing, Valentine? Oh, she's good. Do you know what she did last night, Leo? Yeah. I bought a massive box of, I think you call them potato chips, but they're crisps in the UK. Massive box of crisps for the boys to have. And Valentine broke into the box of crisps, cheese and onion. Managed to split the packet, get the crisps all over the floor, and then ate half of them. I do like a bit of cheeky sass, which is a good thing for her. I did laugh. That's nice. You get new life. It is coming, Leo. It is coming. Ooh. Yeah, see? But it's poised. You're poised on that branch, but maybe not advised to jump yet. Calculated risk. You got that Seven of Pentacles, do the calculations. Let's have a healing with the angels oracle card for Leo. That one. Yeah, and again, look, poised and emerging. I like the look of it for you, Leo. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below or visit my website, Gemstone Tarot. Definitely though, check out your moon and your rising, Leo. Leave me a comment as well. Very exciting. Thank you, Leo. Whew. Virgo, sun, moon and rising. Let's have a look for you. 28th of October to the 4th of November. What's in store for Virgo? What do they need to know? Ooh, that feels like a really good shuffle. Wow. Okay. Virgo, this week, you're caught. It reminds me of the Clash song, Should I Stay or Should I Go? Something has been restricting you. I've got this Eight of Swords. And you can see there's a butterfly wants to emerge from a chrysalis. It's kind of unlucky enough to be growing on a sword. It's restriction. It's the need to break out. It's the feeling of being closed in, hemmed in and trapped. But sometimes it's in your own mind. I'm just going to take a Heart of a Fairy Oracle card for that card. Ooh, that's interesting. You get the question. This card is almost a riddle card, Virgo. You don't know the answer because you don't know what the question is yet. And then you get as well the hidden one. This is a woman a fairy that lives in the forest, disguised as a tree. And as you're travelling through the forest, she just sticks her leg out like that and you trip. But it's kind of to remind you of who you are. And this question, there's some sort of fundamental question this week about who am I? What's my place in the universe? There is something moving out of your life this week. Either you walk away from it or it just ends. I mean, this is for a lot of signs this week. I think it's come up in two different tarot packs for every sign. Got the Eight of Cups. So that is an ending, it's a walking away. Something has eroded. But at the same time, for some of you Virgos, it's kind of taken a piece of your identity away for a bit. And you're just trying to kind of check back in on who you are. This week you need to be asking the big questions. You know, what is your quest? What are you up to? What are you doing? What do you want? The biggest question to ask yourself, because those can be quite daunting questions. The biggest question to ask yourself is, why am I here? In whatever this situation is, this restricting situation, ask myself, why am I here? Why am I here? And then we get the Nine of Wands in reverse. It's a card of taking down defences. You may feel a bit stripped back and a bit vulnerable this week. Whatever you're using as this restriction does not keep you safe, but without it you feel a bit exposed. But that's probably the beginning for you. And then we get the Empress. Beautiful card, Major Arcana. It can signify for some of you fertility. The Empress is the fertility card. It's also, with the Eight of Swords, it could be to do with treatment for fertility. For a very small number of you, it could be to do with not knowing that you're pregnant, with the question in the hidden one. Let's just do a couple of clarifiers in the Rider-Waite Tarot. Those of you looking to get pregnant, it's good, looks good. Wheel of Fortune for the Empress in the upright. For those of you starting something new, new business, new hobby, new path of some kind, any kind of creation, because the Empress is also about creation, incubation. Wheel of Fortune, yeah, everything will go with you if you want to do it. You also get the Magician. As above, so below. This again is about alchemy, creation, the number one, starting something. If you are saying goodbye to a person, it could be a fire sign. We've got this King of Wands. Someone who is either a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or certainly very full of it, very full of charisma, very popular, very powerful person, or just someone with the gift of the gab, you know, a bit of a cheeky monkey. If you are saying goodbye to them, I think it will be a relief. For the Eight of Cups, I get the Five of Pentacles in reverse. You could be saying goodbye to a job that doesn't pay enough, or to a person who doesn't give enough. Have a look at your Oracle card, Virgo. That one. Great. Like the Magician, you get Yang, which is a number one card. Starting something, doing something, making something happen. It may be that you have sat back and tried to be passive about something. I think that's going to come to an end this week. Let's have a look at a couple of love cards for you, Virgo. Wow. If you're looking to meet someone new, yay. You get adventure, play, and enjoyment. This is all about dating. Whether you're single or coupled, getting out, having fun. If you are going to go on a date with somebody, make it something outdoorsy, playful, sporty, anything that's fun. If you want to meet someone this week, you could do worse than going to a comedy event, a comedy club, anything where there's fun, laughter, mirth, you know, funny things going on. If you're in a relationship, have a good laugh together. go to a comedy night, you know, go to something funny, or watch, even just stay in and watch a comedy DVD. But have fun together, have enjoyment, have laugh together. Very quizzical reading for you, Virgo. Do check out your moon and your rising. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below, or visit my website, gemstonetarot.com. Do share the video as well, Virgo, and hit subscribe. Okay, that was interesting. Libra. Sun, moon or rising. Thank you, Libra. You are my highest number of views on my monthly video in October. Ooh. So credit where credit's due. Thank you very much. And also had a massive amount of likes. Always appreciated and noted. Let's have a look for you. 28th of October to 4th of November for Libra. Sun, moon or rising. Definitely check out your moon and rising, Libra. Ooh. That one wants to come out. Because a lot of the cards have repeated this week. One of them's sideways. I'll explain why in a minute. We've got work to do, Libra. We've got work to do here. Okay, let's get down to business. You got strength on its side. Because it kind of fell down, it was neither up nor down. So I think that's neither up nor down. So your strength, your physical stamina, your mental stamina, your feelings are a bit up and down. Some of you, and this isn't all of you, feel trapped. Got the Three of Swords, I've got the Six of Swords in reverse. The Three of Swords is some kind of heartbreak. Sometimes it can indicate some kind of love triangle, third party interest, or a third element that is an impediment to love continuing. And the Six of Swords is getting out of this, finding an escape route or being able to find peace. And when it's in the reverse, you can't find that peace. You can't get it out of your head. For some of you, you're dealing with another air sign. Libra, what am I saying? Libra, Gemini or Aquarius. I was going to say Scorpio then. Could be a Scorpio then. Libra, Gemini or Aquarius. Got this Knight of Swords. Somebody may run faster than you can. And it's really frustrating. You're not somehow getting what you're emotionally wishing for, Libra. Nine of Cups, the emotional wish card in the reverse. Let's have a couple of clarifiers. For some of you, although you're very caught up with this air sign person, there is this fire sign person here, Page of Wands, who I think is a great help actually that could come in this week. They could have something to offer, but you don't seem to be noticing them. Now this could be a work situation as well. It could be dealing with some quite cutthroat management people, but there's actually someone on your side. What have we got for the Three of Swords? You. Whoa. Okay. Cool, your cards are just popping out all over the shop. Right, okay. Whatever the situation is, Libra, whether it's work, whether it's love, I'm just going to close that because it's making something shine on my head, which is annoying me a bit. Whether it's work or whether it's love, you're in some kind of suspense. You get the Hanged Man. Now, there is a fairly good reason for it. It may not come clear this week, but trust me. You've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, just not quite the right time. For the Three of Swords, you get the Chariot. And this is conflicting feelings. If this is escape, some days you want to get in the boat and some days you don't. When the boat comes and the escape route presents itself, you want to stay. It's, should I stay or should I go again? It's, you want to go because it's not what you wished for. But you also want to stay because you wished it was what you wished for. If that makes sense. And then we get the Hierophant. Taurus card. The Hierophant there is a crow, I think it's a crow, on a key of knowledge. You don't have all the facts of this situation yet, Libra. You do have the strength to get through it. Take all the help you can get. Don't ignore that help just because you're so hung up on this. And it will pass, but this week it's just going to feel up and down. You're going to be tossed from pillar to post mood-wise. Yeah. Now some of you get bad choices. Some of you are frustrated by this bad choices card if it's about a love relationship. About being tempted by the wrong kind of people and that you've been tempted again. You know, you keep eating from that tree of the bad apple. But we do have the healing card come in as well. And this is two people healing a heart together. So it could well be, Libra, that there is some redemption in this. That it isn't all bad. But you've got the Hanged Man. It's not going to happen just yet. Let things pass this week. You've got a full moon in Taurus on the 4th of November. Let's get past that first, I would say. And then you get the Hand of Grace. So there is hope in that too. But at the moment it just feels to me like such a tangle. Yeah, and there it is. You get the Fates. Be prepared to some extent to leave it in the lap of the gods. I know that may sound frustrating, but it will work for you. And let's have a Healing with the Angels Oracle card for Libra. Sun, Moon or Rising. What do they need for healing? Ooh. I knew that card would come up. Again, you get body care. And coming up to a Taurus full moon, not too surprising. Make sure, this is quite a stressful situation, Libra, just make sure you are eating and sleeping as well as you can. Don't put pressure on yourself if you're not eating and sleeping as well as you can. Just be gentle and kind to yourself. And if you get any offers of anyone to take you for a meal or cook you some food, take them. Because you need a bit of looking after, actually. Whether you're looking after yourself or someone else is looking after you. Take some soothing or self-soothing. Leave me a comment, Libra. That is a really interesting reading for you this week. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below. Whew. Do hit the subscribe button as well, Libra, and check out your moon and your rising sign. Scorpio. Scorpio, I'm going to open that curtain now because there's no light. Put that one there. Hi, Scorpio. Right then, what have we got for you? Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising. 28th of October to the 4th of November. My lovely Scorpios. Of course, we're in the time of Scorpio, aren't we? I think Jupiter's in Scorpio as well. Transformation at a deep level. Scorpio. Do you know, Scorpio, I don't think a reading's gone by when that card hasn't come out for you before. A lot of the cards have come out for all of the signs, Scorpio, but not for you. You've got all different ones. That's fascinating. Wow. Some of you are embroiled in something at work. Someone's had some power over you, who's a very difficult person to negotiate with. Now, for some of you it's work, for some of you it's love, okay? Got the Emperor in reverse, the Aries card. But more importantly, when the Emperor's in the upright, he is a leader and he does rule an empire. And he has to be decisive, kind of firm but fair, and his word has to be gospel, really. When it's in the upright, this works really well. When it's in the reverse, somebody is losing the run of themselves a bit, or just being completely uncompromising, or misusing their power against you. For some of you, this is someone standing in your way at work or trying to. Ultimately, for some of you, it may be time to leave that environment. You get the Ace of Pentacles. If you've been thinking of starting something monetary this week, it's a really good time for it. Either way, there's some kind of new start with money coming in that this person may have tried to stand in the way of, but I don't think it's going to work. If it's work, it's a toxic work environment. It's a toxic relationship with this manager. You've got the Devil in the reverse, Capricorn. I like seeing the Devil in reverse because the hold that that person had over you or your position or whatever it is slipping away. And that's great because we want it to slip away. So don't be afraid to kind of strike out this week and go for what you want if it's a work situation. If it's a love situation, this Page of Swords or Knight of Swords has come up in every reading I've done for you for about 2 years. Air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I feel like that person is slipping away too, with the Devil in reverse and the Emperor in reverse. They may have called the shots with you for a long time, Scorpio, but that seems to be fading out. Now we have the Page of Cups here, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. An offer. Now this could be an offer of more money, an offer of a different job, an offer to come in on a business, or it can be a love offer. Let's have a little clarifier. Ooh, for some of you it's a settlement offer in a legal thing. Ooh, okay, yeah, I get that. Okay, for some of you, if you're in a situation with legal payouts or some kind of judgments, the first offer you get might not be the best. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, and for that we get the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Now the Ten of Pentacles is a bag of cash, and the Ace of Pentacles is a long-term financial solution. Now over the bag of cash, although it would seem tempting, you want that long-term financial solution. You want the better, longer-term offer. For the Devil card in reverse, you get the Knight of Cups again, another love offer. Looks like you're getting some kind of offer of love. But with it, the Ace of Wands in reverse. Not the passionate kind of love that you're normally used to. More of a romantic offer. From someone who's gentler, maybe not so much your type. But gentler, more of an emotional sort of connection offered. I like this Judgment card for you, Scorpio. You kind of, ooh, yep, you're kind of winning out over something with that. Might have been going on for a while. Just taking you some love cards. Looking good so far. You know, you've got Page of Cups, you've got, yeah, got Page of Cups, you've got Knight of Cups. Then you've got the erotic, well you are a Scorpio. And you've got luck, which is finding love in a weird place or when you're not expecting it. Whether it's a new surge of love within a current relationship or just finding a new person. And you get true love. Hey, Scorpio, get your spangly pants on this week, Scorpio. You going to town. You're taking it to town. And then you're leaving me a comment. That is nice love cards. Very nice. Nicest of all the signs. I don't know what to say about this card having said what I've just said. You get chopped wood. Let's just brush over that, as they say. Now, chop wood. I like chop wood. It's a kind of a Buddhist concept that, for me, the best ideas I get are when I'm driving, when I'm doing something mundane. So it's about performing mundane tasks, but just look out, because certain epiphanies and answers and even news about this case or whatever it is will come in at times when you're not thinking about it because you're preoccupied with normal chores. And you also get the Surrender and Release card. For a few of you, that is a person, an ex-person. And for a few of you, it is a beef with the boss. Let it go, because you're going to win. And win with some dignity, you know, don't crow, just take the money and run. Take that lovely Ace of Pentacles and run. But surrender and release. There's also some element of divine timing about this, Scorpio, that you just need to surrender to. It's telling me to just tell you that card. Oh, wow! So I just had the urge to just pull you that random card. And it's the Two of Cups. You've got stonkingly good love cards. Spangly pants, on you go with them. Come on, I love it. If you want a private reading, Scorpio, book in the box below while finding your spangly pants. That was brilliant. Leave me a comment, check your moon and rising, or just stick with that really good reading, you know, thing I'd go, yep. Sun in Scorpio, that's me. Yep, Scorpio rising, I'll take it. Moon Scorpio, don't look any further. Thank you, Scorpio. Right, Sagittarius. Let's have a look for you, Sagittarius. Sun, Moon and Rising, 28th of October to the 4th of November. What have we got for beautiful Sagittarians? Saggy. Using the Wild Unknown Tarot for you, Saji, because it's beautiful. Ooh. Nice. So this week, Sagittarius, the opportunity comes to release some old sorrow or worry or hurt. Got this rather scary looking Three of Swords, but it's in the reverse. So dropping out, let's just see that, dropping out of your life. Nice to see that go. Should we do it one more time? Gone. Good. Honestly, that is good. And to go with it, the Six of Swords. And look, you see a butterfly kind of flies out. You are released. This week you are released. There's some kind of healing for that situation. There's some kind of, to me it feels like this sort of, these threads, this knitting is unravelled. Those swords go psht and fall apart. Six of Swords is escape. In the Rider-Waite Tarot, it's depicted as a boat and somebody ferries you across from the troubled waters into the smooth waters. Somebody provides a means of escape. So it may not even be that another person provides the means of escape, but there is the means and you find it, which is a beautiful thing. You get the Four of Pentacles. With the Four of Pentacles in this context, I feel like you just need to hold fire and keep hold of what is yours now, and just be self-contained and just not give. Just for this short period of time, you just need to take that release, take that healing and just integrate it into you and be good with that. Sometimes the Four of Pentacles is seen as some kind of, stinginess with money, but don't see that for you. I see that we have this full moon in Taurus, which is coming on the 4th of November, and I feel that for you, all the things that you will learn and all the things that you get to release and all the hurt that flows away and the new sense of elation and just freedom that comes from it is enough for you to hold on to for now. You get the Mother of Cups. It's a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio card. You're going to be feeling good intuition, good vibes, good heart feelings. You're going to feel much more in tune with yourself than you have for quite a long time. But you need to be patient, Saji. You've got Daughter of Pentacles in reverse. This is a very patient deer. You're not feeling like a patient deer. You're feeling like sort of a little bit like you've come out and now it's where do I go next? Just stay put for a little while. Just enjoy the feeling of not having to be anywhere or not having to be a slave to those thoughts, those Three of Swords thoughts. That's happened so often in this reading. Ooh. Wow. Those are great cards. So I've done a few clarifiers. For the Daughter of Pentacles, you get the Four of Pentacles in reverse. If you're feeling impatient, you're going to be giving too much up. It's the opposite. Remember we had the Four of Pentacles up here. And we said it was about keeping hold of what's yours. This is getting impatient and giving it away. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hold your own. For those of you waiting for love or waiting on some kind of love, Page of Cups comes in. So it is coming. Alongside that, the Page of Swords as well, which is a message, information, clarity. If you're waiting on clarity, that's coming in too. Three of Swords in reverse, Seven of Pentacles. Concentrate on building yourself back up again. Concentrate on you. Seven of Cups in reverse, no longer living in the fantasy land that you were living in before that got you into that. False promises. And then finally, yes, the Two of Cups comes right in. Lovely. Wow. So that Three of Swords, you were dealing with a few things. Someone who was narcissistic, you get the specialness card. Someone who had issues with lust. This can be to do with pornography addiction, looking at other women, other men, making a move on other people, whatever it is, they couldn't keep it in their pants. And it was a fear of commitment. That's now going to be healed, one way or another, and pure equal exchange love comes in. There is an offer, either from the person from before who's going to change their ways, or somebody new, but either way, not to be sniffed at. Those cards are gorgeous. It's very healing. And the Six of Swords, that's the ultimate card for you this week. Yes. Serendipity, Sagittarius, don't count yourself out. Don't count yourself out of the race. By no means are you out of the race. Healing with the Angels Oracle card. Yay, Saggy. You get answered prayer, as if the rest wasn't enough. Gorgeous reading. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below, Saggy, or visit my website, gemstonetarot.com. Or just settle for that one, which was really, really nice, wasn't it? I would like that. That was a lovely reading. Thank you, Sagittarius. Oh, Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising. 28th of October to the 4th of November. Let's have a look for you, my lovely Capricorns. Okay. So Capricorn, do check out your Sun, Moon and Rising. It will be in the description box and also in the comments section so you can find it. For you, I'm going to use the Wild Unknown Tarot. What does Capricorn need to know for this week? Wow. Whoa. Capricorn, you got the Nine of Swords in the reverse. This is a release from some kind of worrying pattern that you've been locked into for a while. You may have been feeling a bit insecure. You may have been feeling, for me, I get insecurity about finances in a big way here. Got the Sun of Pentacles in the reverse. Earth sign card. And the Ten of Pentacles in reverse as well. This could be money you're waiting to hear about to come in that hasn't come in. Got full moon in Taurus on the 4th of November. And you're waiting for something to come in. It could be a promotion, could be a job, any kind of financial remuneration. Got the Five of Pentacles. Kind of feeling like you're withering on the vine financially, feeling like you're losing hope. And also the High Priestess in reverse. And this is the ability to call upon your normal senses, your spidey senses, to do with money. but you feel like you've lost your money mojo this week. Let's have a look at a couple of clarifiers. What does Capricorn need to know about this situation? This has happened to me all reading. All reading. So do you remember we had the Five of Pentacles? For the Nine of Swords here in reverse, we get again the Five of Pentacles, but in the reverse. Capricorn, if you can kick these negative thought patterns, if you can kick ideas that you have about lack, which may go back to when you were about 9 years old or 9 years ago, or have something to do with the number 9. These ideas about lack are not serving you. They are making you feel like someone who does not attract money. See here, the Son of Pentacles in reverse, losing your financial mojo. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Whatever side hustles you're doing, if you've got 2 jobs, if you've got different ways of getting money in, you feel like you've lost control of them. It's actually all in your head. For the High Priestess in reverse, we get the Five of Swords in reverse. Stop playing power games with yourself. Feel like you're playing the blame game with yourself, and that blame comes from a long time ago from someone else. It's not even yours. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the Empress in reverse. For a lot of you, this comes from your mother. Empress, Mother of the Tarot. Taurian card, but Mother of the Tarot in reverse. You need to reverse those thoughts that your mother had about money, finances and abundance, your deserving or not deserving of things, and your potential for abundance. Has nothing to do with the past. This is a clean sheet for you, Capricorn, and time for you to drop all those swords that have been stabbed into you and that are holding you back. And then for the Five of Pentacles, we get the King of Cups. Think of money emotionally. Make an emotional connection with it, not a rational one. Think High Priestess, King of Cups, intuition and heart. If you do what you love, it will make money anyway. If you think about the money and just the money, it won't multiply. Excuse me. You get feeling unwanted. And this could be financially and in love as well. There's some kind of crossover going on. For some of you, you get a warning about control. Don't try and control. Don't try and control anything, Capricorn. Love or money. This is not the time for control. That's what control feels like. Because it will always bite you on the arse. Always. When it's going well, control feels good. But the flip side is it will always run out. Learning to navigate your life while realising you are not in control of everything and not having that painful desire to control external circumstances that are beyond your control is a gift to yourself, especially if your mother was like that. And you get falling in love. Yes, it can happen to you. Especially if you don't try to control it. That is your message this week, Capricorn. That is your message. Yes. Don't control. Imagine. Literally imagine. Play that what if game. What if, but then only positive answers. Yeah, see? New love. Don't shoot the messenger, Capricorn. Actually, that's a good reading for you. Let go and it will come to you, okay? Leave me a comment, let me know. And if you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below. Do share the video as well, Capricorn, on social media. Ooh, and thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Capricorn. Aquarius. Let's have a look for you. Just put these away. Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising, October the 28th to November the 4th. What does Aquarius need to know? Oof. That one. That one. That one. Aquarius. Ooh. Oh, Aquarius. Okay. Thank gosh for that. Okay, Aquarius, this won't resonate with everybody, but these readings have been coming up for a while for you. Somebody just breaks your heart all the time and you need to, some kind of twin flame thing, but twin flame, you know, some people think that's always positive, but it isn't always positive. It isn't always, you know, sometimes it can be painful. I've got the Three of Swords in the reverse. There is an opportunity for that pain to slip out of your life, but at the moment something has a grip on you. You've got the Devil, Major Arcana, the Capricorn card, but more importantly the card of addiction, codependency, of being stuck with something or someone because it's toxic, because they tap into a side of you, a shadow side of each other that kind of feeds each other, but seems to end up in a rather negative place for you, Aquarius. You get the Five of Cups, and this is what you're trying to avoid, I think. You need to lament this person, the loss of this person. It could be an ex as well. You need to lament this person. You need to get over them. You need to grieve them. You also need to acknowledge their hold on you in this toxic situation. What is it about you that is keeping you in there? You know, the question to ask, Aquarius, is why am I here? Why am I here? You get the Nine of Pentacles, which just tells you there is the opportunity, if you want it, to be single, happy, self-sufficient, and to make your own well-being. And the Four of Pentacles, if there's been some kind of financial outlay to this person, that needs to stop. Or just too much giving out, too much efforting, too much work on your part and not anything coming back to you. Just doing a few clarifiers here. Ooh, wow. Yeah. Thinking, some of you, whether to give someone a second chance, or someone is asking for a second chance. That's hilarious. This is someone you've given to such a lot in the past. They didn't appreciate it then, and they won't appreciate it now, but you keep feeling maybe this time it'll be different, maybe this time it'll be different. Five of Cups, we get Judgment in reverse, which is the card of second chances but not working out. The Devil, I get the King of Wands in reverse, someone who's quite arrogant, quite cheeky, quite sexy, big sexual connection with this person. Three of Swords as well, we get the King of Cups, two Kings, Jekyll and Hyde. Could have had issues with alcohol, drugs, boundaries and borders. This person didn't really know when to stop, didn't really, showed you different sides of themselves, so you never knew which one was going to show up when. For the Nine of Pentacles, you get the Magician. You can create your own happy life, Aquarius. And for the Four of Pentacles, you get the Six. You are too giving. You're giving too much. You are either giving too much financially or just giving too much of your heart. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. There is no happy ending with this person. And then there's your release. Eight of Swords in reverse. It will be a big release. This person has a huge hold on you. Yeah, look what dropped on the floor. Manipulation. That's the Devil card. Sometimes you don't even know they're manipulating you, which of course is the best kind. And then we get the Neediness card. Don't hold on to them. Don't try and hold on. Yeah. We get the Come Hither. You may get booty calls. There is a very strong sexual connection with this person. Very strong. And I get that, you know. But they do seem harmful to you, Aquarius. And there is an opportunity with the Magician and the Nine of Pentacles to let them go. Yeah. Look, you get orphaned. And this is the feeling you can't live without somebody. But that feeling comes from something from a lot longer ago. It comes from your own shadow side, from childhood, which they are tapping into and bringing up and controlling you with those fears. And you get the Thinker. Ask yourself, why are you here? Why am I here with this person? Why do I want to be here? What's keeping me here? Yep. The need for self-acceptance. Aquarius, if you can identify those shadows yourself, there won't be the need to pull in someone else who will make them so clear for you, if that makes sense. You know, sometimes, especially in twin flame scenarios, we draw in somebody who is only too willing to kind of point out the holes and the flaws and the shadows in a quite brutal way, one way or another. But if we can only identify them for ourselves, we can then heal those things, and it won't be quite such a magnet. We won't need that attraction anymore. So I hope that's given you some clarity, Aquarius. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below, or visit my website, gemstonetarot.com. Do share the video as well, and hit subscribe if you haven't already. Check out your moon and your rising too. Thank you, Aquarius. Hello, Pisces. I'm just going to draw the curtain. Driving me nuts. Oh, wow, that's better. Had that sunshine in my face for ages, Pisces. Valentine is with us. Sleepy. Are you sleepy? Hi, baby. Oh, hello. Yes. Oh. She likes a tickle on the tummy. I was just saying to another sign, she broke into a box of crisps last night. 30 packets of crisps. She selected herself cheese and onion, broke the packet open, spread them all over the floor, and then ate half of them. She had a whale of a time. Right, Pisces. Pisces. Sun, Moon and Rising. 28th of October to the 4th of November. Pisces. Oof. Felt like they really needed a good shuffle. Oh, Pisces. Six of Cups. Not sure if we didn't get this last time, actually. Six of Cups. I feel like with us, Pisceans, there is something we're still clinging on to from the past, and it could be self-limiting beliefs, and for some of us it is a person. A person who is like whack-a-mole and just won't go away. Partly because we're keeping them there. Partly because we let them stay. For others of us though, or for all of us in general actually, it's some kind of desire to cling on to the old ways. And I feel it again goes back to those eclipses, the ones that ended in February 26th this year. Again, we have the Fool in reverse. Had that so many times recently for daily readings and for everybody. But the Fool in reverse and the Six of Cups together, for me, you're rooted in the past and you don't want to fly off into the future. I'll do some clarifiers because it could be a sensible position to take. Maybe it isn't the right time. Maybe we're not quite ready yet. We've got the Mother of Wands. This is kind of a sassy and independent person. And that power of the snake. There is some kind of resistance to claiming our power. And again, the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Some kind of resistance as well to making links with the world and sharing ourselves with people. Some kind of resistance to plumping for a particular career or choosing a path. I feel like with that triangle there of Pentacles, it's one of those kind of, ooh, this way or that way. But we seem to be preventing abundance. But I'm not sure that it's a bad thing yet. We've got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like we can't even imagine it. Never mind actually step into it in the material world. With Pisceans, there is a lot of law of attraction. A lot of thoughts become things. But Pisces is a dual sign, and I find that with two fish swimming in the opposite direction, Pisces has the ability to know something intuitively and absolutely, and to not believe it at the same time. It's incredibly frustrating. Pisceans know when they know, because they know in the purest sense of the word, but they will always second guess it. And I feel that's what we're doing. We know where this abundance is. We can feel it. Flashes of it come up. We know how to do that, and that maybe we should be doing that. But at the same time, there is a streak of contrariness which works against us and says, are you sure? That's not what they said. And then we go into, because Pisces as well will always see a rainbow of possibilities, that can be a good thing and a bad thing. Because sometimes the ability to cut down the options that people like fire signs have, and air signs particularly, where they can become blinkered and just go for the one thing and push forward, that can be an advantage. Speaking of which, as soon as I say that, for the Fool in reverse, the Ace of Swords. I think we need to adopt this kind of clarity. This is because I said so and because I know. Diamond knowledge. It's there for the taking, believe it. Oh, Pisces. Where would we be without the Seven of Swords popping up in a reading every single time? For the Six of Cups, the Seven of Swords in reverse. For some of us, this is a person that keeps cropping up in all Piscean readings. A few of my favourite tarot readers that I've listened to this month and this week for Pisces, the Seven of Swords is featured very heavily in nearly every single one of them. When you get it on the Six of Cups, it's a bad penny. It's a bad penny. And for some of us, if it's not a person, it is a way of behaving. It's escapism. That's the opposite of escapism. Mother of Wands, we get the King of Pentacles in reverse. Sometimes our own lack of timekeeping and organisation and ability to commit to something like the King of Pentacles would normally do is what stands in our way of moving forward. And then for the Three of Pentacles, we get the Two of Swords in reverse. Getting a really itchy nose. Two of Swords in reverse. I actually like that card for us because it signifies to me that there will be a slipping off of that mask and there will be some vision. And this is vision. You need the vision to jump off the branch. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, World in reverse. Our world has to be in here before it comes out there. It's an as above, so below type situation. What I do feel here, Pisces, is a huge amount of potential to the point of it being almost scary. And again, that's when we revert back to this Six of Cups. We go back to old boyfriends and girlfriends. We go back to old ways of coping, old ways of doing things, old comfort thoughts. Ooh. Yeah, some of us still need to resolve love issues. We could never be good enough for somebody. The heartbreak and the truth will set you free. There are some people, for some of us Pisces, and this is only for a few, there are some people where you'll never get the truth. So if you're looking for that as the key to set you free, it won't, because it will never come. Even if they say it is, you will never believe them, because in one way, you will know that they're not telling the truth. And in another way, you'll try and convince yourself that they are. Two fish swimming in an opposite direction. Clean it up. Again, this is just a message. It's a message for some of us that you can start by clearing out the home. You can start by clearing out physical objects and clutter. But also that you can only keep your side of the street clean. What other people do or don't do is up to them. For example, if someone keeps coming back to you and trying, you can't stop them coming back. You can only clean up the way that you react when that happens. And there it is. Manifestation. That's what we need to be doing. The ability to manifest. I like that. And I'm going to take a Heart of the Fairy Oracle card as well, Pisces. Yes, I am. What does Pisces need to know? Yes. That's a beautiful card. The Fairy of Growth. Do you know, I never pull that card. Brian and Wendy Frood, what do you have to say about the Fairy of Growth? It sounds nice, so I'm going to read it for lovely Pisces. Yes. Look at her sitting on a young green leaf like a bud opening into full flower. This is the Fairy of Growth, and it can mean so many things. One thing it always means is movement and change. Growth doesn't stand still. By its very nature, it's constantly a changing process. To stay in one mindset or one mode of being is to stagnate. Six of Cups. If you move through life with an awareness of everything around you, you will grow. You won't be able to help it. Clean up. Only your side of the street can be cleaned and no one else's. If you draw this card, take the time to think about how your life is changing and how you can direct that change for good. Manifestation. If your life seems stagnant, this card is especially helpful for you. Look at the Fairy of Growth. Feel the energy of her unfolding wings. She's just about to take flight and discover a new adventure. You can take flight too. Full reversed. You don't have to fly far or explore different lands. Just hop off the goddamn branch. He doesn't say that, that's me. You just have to take a step forward for the love of God and see where that step leads you. Spread your wings and grow. Pisces, that's your message. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box or visit my website, gemstonetarot.com. Thank you to everyone for listening. Thank you to everyone for sharing the videos with your friends and on social media. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, you can do that in the description box or on my website, gemstonetarot.com. Thank you to everyone who's donated or booked private readings. It helps keep things going. And thank you for listening. That was a really good set of readings. Check out your sun, moon and rising. I'll put the timestamps in. Namaste and goodbye from Valentine. See you soon. Bye.